Okay, this is a video about phone in today's episode. Alright? Okay, so we're Wednesday, so there really doesn't need to be any cliffhangers or anything like that because that usually happens on Fridays. Okay, so we already have a built in cliffhanger a little bit because no one knew until today who the winner of the showdown was. Now, if I was watching very closely, which I was, and I was, but I didn't put too much weight in it, they gave us a little clue who the winner was. It was Rich. Um, okay, now, this, it doesn't make me sad. It makes me like a little bit concerned, because, okay, as you all know, this was the grand finale for Eric, right? This is supposedly his last collection ever because he's dying from something. Uh, they said TIA, strokes, but then he started coughing up blood. So I really don't know what he's dying from. But okay. So the whole thing was to do this fashion show and to win and to prove his legacy, right? Okay, so then Ridge wins. However, it finally comes out because RJ finally opens his mouth and says Grandpa's dying. First to Brooke and then to Rich. Okay. But I have to couch this with I know the writers do a good job, but the way they handled this was weird. They had Ridge go on and on and on about whether he won or not and how he had to prove something to his father and stuff. And he was more concerned about who won than his own father dying. Now, granted, he didn't know yet, but when RJ was trying to tell him, he just wouldn't shut up. I'm sitting here and I'm like, I literally said, would you just shut up? Because he's not letting the kids speak. He's like, we have to talk. We really have to talk today and whatever. And he's like, what's more important than the fashion show and who won? And I'm like, if you would just let the kid talk. And then finally, okay, so then we have that moment, and I had the moment, okay? Then we have the moment where he actually ekes it out and says, Grandpa's dying. Then the reality of it hit Ridge like a ton of bricks. Now that I kind of enjoyed for a second, and probably a little too long, more than I should have. But I was like, if you would have just calmed down and said, okay, what are you talking about? But you're over here thinking about who won. Okay, so now that your father's dying, I wanted to ask this question. Now that your father's dying, what's more important than that? You want to tell me who won some stupid fashion show is more important than your dad dying? I'm saying, okay, I understand the writers are doing the best they can, but if they continue to write Ridge this way, oh my god. And then poor Donna, Jennifer Garris is over there, and she's like gonna break down at any second. Mm-mm. Okay, but let's talk about the fashion for a second of today. All right, all right. So Jennifer Garris is in this lovely black one-shoulder dress, with very little accent, which I like. I like, but yeah. And then and then the other side is let's see what else is there. Oh, well, see, here's the thing. I get teasers and stuff. I see teasers, but then they're teasing that Steffi is coming back. You know, Jacqueline McInnes Woods. but I don't know when that's happening. Apparently sometime this week. So I mean they're down to 2 days. I guess they're gonna scrunch it in tomorrow or the next day. But anyway, okay. I guess I'll talk about this in my other video, the soap extra. I think I'm gonna do one for YNR and Bull today because, yeah, I think I need it. But anyway, okay. Okay, guys. Thanks.